guys, how's it going? Hope you've had a good week, or I guess are going to have a good week since this will probably come out on Monday morning. Hanging out today, and I was reading back through some of the comments, and there was a suggestion a while ago. Someone asked if I would go through my guitars, and I thought that would be fun to do. So I figured I'd just make some short videos where I go through my guitars. I love video suggestions in the comments, so please keep those coming. I'm working on another one too. My buddy, I believe it was Dave Gallagher, said, hey, it'd be great to hear about what you think when you're soloing over different chord progressions. So gonna work on that one. That one should come out this week as well. But so keep those coming. As long as you guys make suggestions, I'll try to do them if I can. That's a really fun way to do it, and I love the idea of you guys being involved in what I actually put out. So anyways, starting today, going through guitars. It would not be right of me in my own mind if I did not start with this guitar. This is probably my number one. It's the guitar I've had the longest, and it is one of the guitars I cannot imagine parting with. So this is a custom shop, Fender Custom Shop 52 Tele reissue in gold sparkle. I think that comes across pretty well. It obviously was a relic when I got it. I've had it for, 2012 or 13, somewhere in that neighborhood. So 7 or 8 years. It was relic when I got it, heavy relics. It has worn a ton. I played this guitar more than any other guitar that I have because I've had it the longest, and it was my first ever sort of high-end guitar, probably. Definitely electric guitar. Definitely the first custom shop. And I got it when I was in Nashville. I was gigging a lot. I was doing summer festivals, so sweated on it a ton. I can look back in pictures and see, where certain things have relicked more, which I think is pretty cool. I sweated through the saddles a few times. I'm kind of surprised this pickup is still hanging in there because, man, I'd get so sweaty in those summer festivals. But as far as pickups go, in the bridge, it is a 51 no-caster hangwound, I believe. The neck is a twisted Tele. I really love that combination. We'll go through the sounds in a second. This is a Callahan, the compensated brass saddles. I really like those. Like I said, I've gone through a couple. And actually, the original one had a weird problem on this, where you get this weird, excuse me, like sympathetic ringing harmonic thing. So I think a lot of these models for a while had problems. I've heard other people say, that was going on, but it took a little while for the string, to wear a notch in there. But anyway, so this most recent one is a Callahan. I have had to change out a few things. I'm probably about to have to change out this switch. There's a ton of play in it. So far, knock on wood, it's doing well, but the switch might get switched out at some point. This little screw, if you can see it, is all cockeyed in there. At some point, that hole, that holds this in there, taking this off and cleaning it with the oxide and stuff when it would get nasty, the hole caved in, so now the screw is like going in at an angle. So lots of weird little things. It's gonna need new frets before long. I just had them redone, and I keep them polished, but they're low. They were big old jumbo frets, and you can see how low they are now. But anyways, this guitar I got from Guitar Center Nashville when I was working there. I was playing a ton of gigs. I had moved to Nashville when I first came. My wife stayed in Charleston for like 7 months finishing out her job. So that was a whole crazy time, and I was working, and I did the Gibson thing and ended up at Guitar Center, and then it was very much a part-time thing. And I was mostly gigging at that point. We sold a house, and I told the guy who was the warehouse manager, fantastic dude, named Bill Childress at the Nashville shop. I said, man, I think I want to buy a custom shop Tele. And he said, I've got the one. I have the one you need to check out. So he takes me to the Platinum Room. I pick up this. I was not sure about the red sparkle. I wasn't sure about the quite so relic either. But man, I played it and felt it, and it was fantastic. It was a way thicker neck than anything I'd had, and this is not a super chunky neck, but you know, I was used to the Fender Modern C stuff at that point. So this seemed, you know, substantial. But I loved it, and I was not supposed to be able to buy it because I think it's called Y code at Guitar Center. If you know anything about the Guitar Center, there's certain things where they want to discount it, and the price in the system, the cost has been artificially lowered so that they can sell it cheaper, and employees are not supposed to be able to buy that stuff, or at least they weren't when I was there. But I really wanted that guitar. Britt thought it was a great deal, and he begged our district manager to let me buy it, and he did. And I am still forever grateful for that to both those guys. So thank you, Britt. Yeah, I greatly appreciate that. And I've had this guitar ever since. It's been with me for lots of things. It does kind of everything, man. That's why I love it. I think if I could only have one guitar, acoustic and electric, it would be this guitar, because it's so good at even like acoustics. Like today I had an acoustic gig in Hope Mills, North Carolina, at a place called Dirtbag Elves. And I played this guitar. Well, sorry, my little makeshift tripod is moving on us there. There we go. But so yeah, I played this guitar today. And I use it a lot for acoustic gigs, especially when I'm playing lead with somebody. It just kind of does that. Well, that neck pickup is so... Obviously, it works well for blues. Here's a little gain on the neck pickup. Here's a lot more gain on the neck pickup. Like I said, that's a twisted Tele in the neck, which I really like. Here's the middle. Here's the bridge. Chords with the bridge. There's that bridge clean. Obviously, it'll do the country thing. I feel like it's, you know, it's a little more rock and roll than sort of a super twang machine, but it'll twang when you need it to. You know, so if that's what you want to do, it'll do it. But it really does the, like, even here's fuzz. That is the Tontuga FX Salvage Fuzz, by the way. The overdrive I was using, the heavier one, is a Petty John Electronics Gold. I love that pedal. And at one point in the beginning, I had on the Tontuga FX Songbird. I'm just running into Amplitude right now, by the way. And I've got the delay from the Delphine, also from Tontuga FX. But yeah, man, this thing, it does all kinds of things well. So I mean, it's sort of the one for me. I love the 335. I love my Strat, but I just feel at home with this. The other thing that this does phenomenally well is it is a fantastic heavier. here. Slide. So it's just great. It just great at everything. It just does everything. So again, it is a 52 reissue from the custom shop. It was relics when I got it. Like I said, red sparkle. Oh, the story too, by the way. And I meant to tell you, I can't believe I almost forgot to say this. When it was in the Platinum Room in Nashville, the reason that it was Y-coded and you know, the reason they wanted to bring the price down is I guess someone had ordered it in Texas, and I can't remember if it was Dallas or Houston, one of the big guitar centers in Texas. They paid a deposit, they didn't pick it up, and then it sat there for 5-6 months. They shipped it to Dallas or Houston, whatever the opposite place was. Sat there, and then they said, "Hey, we need to move this guitar. Let's send it to Nashville." I think it sat in Nashville for a little bit, and then they, lowered the price, and that is when I swooped in. So it was all very serendipitous, just timely, or however you want to look at it. I feel like it was good things conspiring to bring me to the guitar I was supposed to have, and I don't know. I feel like that's happened with a lot of my guitars. Could be reading too much into it, but maybe not. So yeah, I love this guitar. If you've heard me play, you have heard this in some shape or fashion, most likely. I have a couple who come to a lot of my shows, Daniel and Amy. She started calling it Ruby. I don't typically name my guitars. I don't usually have enough. I just usually am like, oh, the Strat, the Tele, the 335, the Gretsch, whatever. I don't usually have more than one of things usually. So, but this one has stuck with Ruby. So that's fairly recent. I cannot not think of her as Ruby at this point. So there you go. That's this guitar. Let me know if there are more videos like this you guys want to see. I will do the rest of my guitars. Those will come soon. Probably do the Strat next, and then the 335. I'll do them in chronological order. And we'll go from there. So like I said, more videos coming out this week. Some more jams. Talk about soloing, thinking about playing over chords. And yeah, man. Go from there. You guys have a great week. Thanks so much to all the new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click like, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so that you don't miss videos. I appreciate it greatly. It helps me a ton. And I think that is it. So signing off. See you guys soon. See you on the Casino channel this week as well. Have a great one.